Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I welcome you to my craft room. It's time to get creative. It's time to get inspired and share all those beautiful creations with others. So come on in, say hello, let me know if you're here so I can welcome you, especially if you're new to my channel. I want you to leave. My goal is for everyone today to leave inspired, so you go into your craft room and create, because today is Send a Card to a Friend Day. So it's a perfect day, even if it's just to get it in the mail tomorrow, so you can make a difference and bring a smile to that friend's face. So come on in. Let's see. Let me just close something here, and I had something on my video. Okay, so today we are continuing with our bee theme. It's just buzzing here, and I cannot stop creating with these bees. Because we are using this fabulous paper in our tea party next week, our Crafters Tea Party. That's next week. So if you're local to me, or you can get a kit to go because it's not too late. I have 2 kits left, and I would love for somebody to have all this goodness at their home. You can message me for more details, or you might be able to just message me and I'll send you a link on how you can register, okay? But anyways, I'll share those 6 cards that we're doing. Plus there's surprises and delights at the tea party, and we're having lunch and everything else. So hi Betty, welcome. And hopefully, I'm hoping my camera is set up okay. Let's just zoom in just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so let's go to my craft table. There we go. And the way to know about the tea party is subscribe to my newsletter, okay? That's where I give information about upcoming events and classes, and also the PDF tutorials for some of the projects that we do here on the live. So anyway, so today it's a sunny day, cold out though, and but not bad. So here's one of them right here that's at our tea party next week. It's a fun fold, and a lot of them are simple and easy, and if it's a kit to go, you'll be able to, each card comes with its own PDF tutorial, and also more surprises and delights. And I will share those surprises and delights after the event, okay? Because we want it to be a surprise and delight for those who are attending and those who are getting it in the mail, all right? So what are we working with today? Whoops, here, hang on a minute. I'm hitting the wrong button. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so today I just want to showcase this Be My Valentine, which is already, I think it's in the online store. And it has this coordinating bee builder punch, which is a celebration item. They just added this as the more to celebrate. They just added it on Tuesday. So you can get this for free with a $60 qualifying order. It could be one of your choices if you'd like. And there's also new this year in the mini catalog. No, it's the online, it's part of the online exclusives because it came out of the scrapbooking brochure, is the stamp set and set of dies here. And what I love about these dies is it has these beautiful hexagon dies, okay, layering dies. So those are really cool, and those are being used on the tea party cards as well. Okay, so those are some of the things we're using today. We're also using With You in Mind. We're going to use this Happy Birthday out of there. This is a new $1 million set that was helped design by Julie Davison. She's a $1 million achiever. And then this is also a $1 million achiever stamp set. I'm trying to think whose this was. I need to I wish they would write the name on it so we would know. I'm not sure if it's Rachel Tussman or who this was. But anyways, it was another $1 million achiever. we're going to use one of these leaf images out of there, and also this So Happy to Celebrate You. This is a great one, and it has a coordinating punch with it for these leaves. It cuts out these leaves here, punches out those leaves. All right, so those are some of the things we're using today. And this is a fun fold, and you are going to think that this fun fold is so hard to do. It's been a rage. I saw this from a fellow demonstrator, Verna Mullen, and yeah, I think that's her last name, right? Yeah. And so it has like a pop-up to it, okay? So the center here pops up, and you would think this is really hard to create, but I'm going to walk you through it, and you're going to see how simple this is to make. We're going to be doing it at our team meeting this weekend. We're going to do a different version of it. We're not doing the bees, we're doing a different version, and my stamp club too this week. So let's start simple. We're going to do our card base, okay? We're going to score our card base. This is a normal 8.5 by 5.5 inch card base, okay? So we're going to just score it in half at 4 1/4, okay? So we're going to just score it. And I'm going to set this aside at the moment. And I want to burnish this fold here, so we need to burnish this. Just really make sure your edges are lined up, okay? That is key for this. Okay, then we're going to take, you know, I should have like let me just grab a piece of paper, okay? Because I think this is more visual for you to create a template than anything else. So let's just grab this piece of pink. You need a piece of cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 2.5 inches. Okay. So let me write this down. Let me grab my Sharpie. So this is going to be 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay. 2 1/2. So simply, so easy to do. What we're going to do, we're going to cut this in half. We need to cut this in half. I got to think. We're going to go this way. All right. So we're going to go from point to point. All right. You're going to look in the ditch of your trimmer here. Okay. So I've got my points to points lined up, and then we're going to just cut this. And sometimes when you're cutting from on a point, it's better to start in the center versus here. Okay. It'll just cut through your cardstock so much better. Hi, Noni and Carol. Noni, I'm so glad you could make it and you remembered. Okay. Hi, Joan. We're just starting, Joan. So we're first making a template for our fold, because we have to create a fold in here for the pop-up. Okay. So pretend this is this. Okay. So the best way to remember is the long edge is what's going to run along your top edge here. Okay. And it's always the upper left hand corner. So, and this is going to run along your fold. Okay. So I'm just simply going to put that on there, and I'm going to grab my pick tool. Did you all know that the pick tool also has lots of times, normally there's different points for your pick tool that you can get. This is, I think this comes with it. So you've got your stylus ends, and then you've got your pick tool end and your palette knife here. But we're going to use the small embossing end. Okay. And let's see. And hopefully that is not my Amazon driver. Like, I've been waiting for an Amazon delivery for 2 days now. Like, it's been frustrating. And also my UPS delivery. I'm hoping gets delivered today. Okay, so we've got this along the top edge and the fold, and because the Amazon guy called the other day while I was doing my live. Okay, so that's my husband telling me, and he should know that I'm doing a live. Okay, well, at least my package is here. Okay, so we're going to run our stylus tool right along the edge here, okay? And I'm using the rubber mat. It kind of gives you like an indentation. It helps you get that fold. And then I'm going to just flip it to the back side and just do this back side as well. Just do a good job of scoring, okay? And you almost might want to like even get a thicker piece. This is just the paper board that comes in the back of the designer paper. And you might even want to put two together just so it kind of stiffens up the edge and doesn't, you know, get, you know, rolled up after a while from rubbing against it. Does that make sense? Especially if you plan to use and make multiple cards. Okay, can you guys see the light indentation of the scoring marks there? So you're just gonna just gently work that fold, all right? So see how I'm just kind of gently pushing on that scoring mark, so it kind of naturally starts pushing in, all right? And then I want to make sure my ends are lined up good. All right, really, this is where you really want to have good control of your cardstock, and just start burnishing your score marks there, and get the ones that are the inside as well. I'm kind of pushing on that as well, and then we're going to flip it over. Make sure your ends are meeting good. All right, and just burnishing these folds, because that's what's just going to make the pop-up just open up good. All right, look at that. Isn't that really cool? It's so simple to make. Anybody can do this, all right? So let's see, what are we going to do next? Okay, so now we're going to take, I've got 3 pieces of designer paper. I think I do. Phew, I do. Oh, I was like, okay, I know I cut 3. All right, so I know I want, so these 3 pieces are going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4, okay? And I know I want this one on the front, okay? And then I want these 2 on the inside, okay? So the best way is just open it up like this, and you're going to flip that together like this, all right? And then this is the front one, and I want that on front. So you see, this is the front, and when you look at these other 2, there's the insides, okay? So you want them to be matchy-match, because we are going to take this corner fold and we're going to trim this off, so that way our paper will fit onto our card base, okay? Happy Friday, Carol. Okay, so this is one of our team make and takes. Let me see here. Okay, so this is key right here, is for you to, you can either hold it in place, or what I found that I'm liking better is just taking, I gotta grab it, just taking a pencil and make a couple tick marks, okay? You know, just make sure you've got this all, your paper is squared up, and then you square the template on there too, and just make a tick mark down here and one up here, all right? You see my tick mark right there and right there, and then square it up, and then I can put this into the trimmer again, line up those tick marks in my track again. And I'm going to just start in the middle again. This is key because there's 3 layers. You really almost kind of want to push on the guide, this plastic guide here, just so it doesn't move on you. And I'd probably go back and forth a couple of times and then just pull that away to make sure it's cut, okay? Now, we don't want to get rid of these yet, okay? So what we're going to do, so these are for our card base. Let's set those aside. Now this top one, we're not going to do any trimming on that. We're going to set that one aside. Now these 2, we're going to take and and I'm going to line this up on my 1/4 inch mark, okay? So it's a 1/4 inch just past my my ditch there. And just line that up. This is where it takes a little bit. You want to make sure it doesn't move on you, and trim off a 1/4 inch, okay? Verna, she took and did like 1/8 of an inch and then trimmed some off here, I think is what she did. Or maybe I was watching somebody else's video. But I found just taking 1/4 inch works really well. And I'll show you what we're going to do with those. Okay, because these here are going to go right up in here. Okay, is what they're going to do. And that 1/4 inch just makes them fit perfectly in that V part. But we're going to set those aside because we're going to do something really special, okay, before we put those on, all right? I've got something that's even going to make this pop-up card even more fun, all right? So let's, okay, what are we doing next? Oh, we got one more cut. Hang on. So we also have a piece of, well, we'll come back to this, I think. Let's come back to that. Okay, so let's start gluing. We can glue some of our pieces. This is our card front. I'm going to just flip it over backwards, okay? Just so it's easier for me to glue down, because otherwise like this, it's flopping all over. So I'm going to just kind of flatten it out. And let's grab some liquid glue here. Okay, is everybody with me so far? Do you think you can do this? Am I explaining it slow enough? Do I need to slow down? Am I yakking here? Or repeat something? But you've got this video that you can stop and pause it as you move along. So it's about 1/4 of an inch is what it is, okay, roughly. All right, so just kind of center it on that panel. We're going to do the inside. This is a great way to use up your designer paper. So you roughly need a, I don't know, 5 1/4 by 12 inch piece if you like both sides of the paper. I kind of mixed and matched. Some of my other samples use the whole strip there, but I mixed them up. I went and paired 2 papers together and went from there. Okay, so we got that one, and then this one right here. Whoops, got glue on me. And I forgot to say, it's National Red Day today, all right? Also, there's a lot on February 7th. So today kicks off Heart Health Awareness with wearing red today. So pull out your red shirt if you got anywheres to go today. Take care of your heart health. All right, so there we go. So we've got that. So let's go back to our front and just make sure you've burnished really, really well. Okay, so next we're going to take, oh, I can't wait to share more as we keep going. This is really a fun card. So I have a 4 inch by 1 inch piece of Petunia Pop. So I wanted a little bit of contrast on here. We're going to just set this here. If you want, oh, I must have not. Hang on. That is definitely not 4 inches. Let's grab some Petunia Pop here and let's get this right, Nancy. All right, here's a piece of scrap. I must have not measured it or grabbed the wrong one. Okay, let's move that. We just need a 1 inch strip. You could, if you wanted to, I was being lazy, you could run and put this in the embossing folder, which would really add some dimension to it as well. But, okay. Now we're good. I must have just grabbed a piece of scrap or something. So we're going to just add this right here. Okay. And I'm like a little bit long. How am I so long today? Just cut a sliver off here. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we've got that. And what are we doing? So we have, I've already punched out a label with the point label punch, which I don't know if it's still on Orderable or not, but I haven't really been online too much, so I've been busy kind of prepping for all the events next week. Okay, So we're going to just use, we're using hello also from that Layering Leaves stamp set too. Hello. And we're going to, let me look here. We're going to add some dimensionals, which I need to grab. So hang on. Yay, my UPS order came. So that is great. Now I just need Amazon to show up at the door. The first one saying that this there wasn't a clear path to the front door, but there was a clear path to the garage door. So I don't get them sometimes. Okay, so we've got the word hello there. And we're gonna do, I did a lot of fussy cutting last night. So we're gonna take some of these cute little bees and flowers and add them to this. So let's do that. Let's add a little bee up here. And then I'm going to add, let's see, do I have more? I do have that. These are just so fun to play around with. I thought I had a bigger flower. Oh, I wonder how that would look. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. This is something different. I know this is true fussy cutting because they're so tiny, but you just kind of let your scissors do the work. Okay, let's do that. And then let's add, you could use mini glue dots, but it's not too hard to do. Whoops, hang on. The flowers are sticking to my fingers. And these flowers have the Petunia Pop color on them. All right, let's add one more. Here we go. There, isn't that cute? Look how pretty that is. Okay, so I think we're almost done. We're gonna just add a bow, which I did not tie. This is some of our fresh freesia ribbon. That's also a celebration item that you can get for free with a $60 qualifying order. So we're going to just tie a quick bow here. It's fresh freesia seam binding ribbon, and it's beautiful. It ties beautifully, other than it's staticky. So you get beyond the static here. There we go. Okay, so let's grab some scissors. There we go, and some mini glue dots, and we're going to need some tear tape too today. Okay, let's grab a glue dot, and then pretty much the front of our card will be done. There. I think the freesia still goes okay with the Petunia Pop. What do you guys think? It's a light enough, it's like a lighter shade. I don't know if I can get this ribbon off my finger. My floor is a hot mess. It's time to vacuum here. Okay, so there's the front of our card. So let's add, we're going to add a back piece to this. Okay, so let's add some tear tape to this part right here. Okay. And we're going to just simply, you could use Seal Plus if you wanted to, but I personally like the tear tape. It kind of gives you a little bit of wiggle room, but liquid glue, I don't know, you don't want it to ooze out, because this is going to create our pocket for we're going to create a pocket for this card. I don't think I showed you guys that. Let me share this. So we've got a pocket back in here that you can stick something in here. Could be a gift card. It could just be another message the way I did it. Okay, remember with tear tape, you want to give it a rub. so it falls off easily. Before I do that, let's look at how we I guess it's kind of up to you how you do it, all right? We just kind of want it to line up with that card base, okay? I feel like I'm off a little bit, but we're going to just kind of center it, I think. We're just going to kind of center it on there. So let's just pull our backing off. Like this. And just kind of take your time with it. I like to just kind of line up the bottom and work my way. I'm feeling like this side over here. Just kind of move it. All right, I think that's good. Yep, that looks pretty good. I feel like I got some glue on here. Right there. Okay, now we've got a place for a pocket right there. So let's see, I've got a roughly, is this the strip I want? No, this is the strip I want. Okay, so I've got a a hair under 2 inches, okay? Because I'm gonna share with you a fun punch trick, okay? So you could use some type of decorative edge for your punch. So look at mine. Here's my tag right there. Look at that. You guys figure out what I used on that? I used the point label punch, and I want to show you how to do that, okay? So don't forget to, this is a great way to have another use for your punches. So it's just under, so you're going to really want to, you measure the width of whatever your punch is, or maybe it's smaller, maybe you don't need it as wide, but it can't be any wider than the punch. And we're just going to slide it in there like where it would punch, right? I feel like my camera's off, okay? Did you see that? See how you just kind of slide it in where the cardstock would go? And then I just kind of let it, because it's 4 1/4 inches long, it's long enough so it's going to punch off the end, but I just kind of stopped it so it was even with the end of the punch, and then just punched it, and then that's how much was left over to punch. Isn't that a cool tip? Okay, so now we're going to add, I gotta find my crocodile here, still got to pull out my other punch. So we're going to just add a hole here so we can tie some ribbon. Okay. And let's stamp our greeting. This is where we're going to put "So happy to celebrate you." Okay, so let's do that. So happy to celebrate you. Dun, 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 dun. Wonderful. And we're going to pull in, let's grab a piece of paper here. We're going to pull in, this is from that Cute as Can Be stamp set, or Be My Valentine stamp set, the Trail of the Bees tail. So let's just stamp some of this onto here, because I think this is cute. And you just kind of have to think about where you want your bee to end up. So we've got a bee that's flying that way, and then let's get another bee that's going this other way. Here we go. Did I have another one? I do have another one here. I think we can kind of do this, okay? I did that kind of low. So I would kind of put in place where you want your bee to be, and just kind of get an idea. I gotta think about this. He's awful low. I'm gonna get a different bee. Let's see. I think we're gonna just have to go with, I've got more stuff fussy cut. I need one going the other way. Here we go. Okay, so we got a bee going this way. do that. And then he's going to line up like that. And then let's just kind of go like that. There we go. So when you're doing that, you do have to kind of put a little thought into before you do that. Hi, Colleen. Welcome. Oh, Betty, I'm glad you like that. So is that a new trick for you or just something you totally forget to do? I know it's so easy to forget what to do with like your punches and your different tools, isn't it? So we'll just glue this on. And these beads are all fussy cut from the designer paper. Here we go. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so let's add our freezer ribbon, and then this will be ready. So I think I need like 12 inches just to be safe. 11 inches because it's so staticky. Okay, we're gonna just tie a simple bow onto here. Who is adding this paper to their next order? We have been using it all week long. And are you tired of it? I have more ideas. I just, I don't know. I feel like I could go on and do something new though, because there's new product coming that just got delivered today. So we have new online exclusives that will be starting for customers March 4th, I believe. So some fun new stuff that's coming out. So I was hoping it would have gotten delivered yesterday, so I could have shared something today with you all. There's some fabulous kits in there that I can't wait to share with you. All right, which might be next week because it's a busy week, so I think it might be sharing the new kits next week. Because my list is still a mile long. Okay, isn't that cute with the ribbon? And then this just gets popped into this pocket right there. I don't think it's too much. Have ribbon here and ribbon there. Okay, so let me do this special thing before we adhere this on, okay? I thought it would be really fun to take some window sheets, okay? This is just a 1/4 inch strip of a window sheet right here. So I'm going to take, I'm going to just take out 2. I don't know the length. You can just do a whole length and then cut up to whatever size you need. I just had a small scrap that I used to cut up. And I think we're going to take out a honey pot and, oh, you know what? I did already grab them. Let's grab, maybe we'll even do 2. We'll see. We might even do 2 honey pots. And we got a cute little bee. All right. So I took my retired 1/2 inch punch. I'm making this one a little bit different. And glue dots. Let's see. Let's grab some glue dots. We're going to just put a couple glue dots onto this end of this 1/4 inch window sheet, and I think they're in the annual catalog. They should be. All right, and then let's just stick it onto our circle, okay? And then we're going to do some more window sheets or more glue dots on the back side here. Let's do a couple more. There we go. And we're going to, my first one, I cut out a whole piece of designer paper. I stuck this bee onto, on some cardstock, but I think this is quicker and simpler, and I think it looks okay. So we just have to decide where we want that. And I think, let me just trim this off. We just need it to go down a little bit, all right? So this is a true pop-up card. I think we can use this for one of these honey pots. So let's do that. And I'm gonna put that on a piece of old olive here because it's old olive on the back side. So I just went with a coordinating color. I'm I'm sticking it up kind of high, you know, up onto the paper, so it gives it a little bit of flexibility there. And let's stick let's see, did I put the rest of my old olive? Oh, nope, here it is. I need another circle here. So there's another way to, pop-ups are kind of fun. It gives it that little extra surprise in your card. Okay, so we're going to add some more because we're going up kind of high. Let's add one more. I might add another circle on there. This is a little Stampin' on the Fly here, guys. And you're not too chatty today. Love these bees. I know, these bees are just adorable. I hope they don't run out of this paper. There we go. Let's get rid of that stack. Let's not lose that. Okay, so let's add this bee on here. Because you don't really see these from the front because when the card is closed, we can trim some of this off. Let's add some more glue dots. I like the glue dots because they're a strong adhesive and should be pretty stable, staying attached to your card. There. All right, what do you think? You see that? So when it closes, and bing, right? It just kind of pops right out, doesn't it? All right, I've got one little piece left here. Let's see. Do I have a skinnier punch? I do, but let me see if I can find it. Hang on, guys. All right. See if we can hide this. Let's add that onto there. So this is just like, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch punch. I don't like to give up like some of these nice size punches ever. Oh, that fits perfectly on the back side of that bee. Oh. Okay. I kind of want the bee like flying over here. Except for I need another. I didn't get this glue dot on right. Let's get rid of that. It sounds so quiet in this house right now. Okay. Oh, okay. Look at that. I think that's cute. What do you guys think? Okay, now we can cover this up. Okay, so when we cover this up, nobody's even gonna see like those. They're gonna look like they're just floating there. I wish you could see this in person. It is so adorable. Okay, so let's add some adhesive here. And we'll add these guys here. And then we'll finish up this card because we got to do our inside message. I mean, you could keep going across, but we could just keep adding stuff all the way across. You could get as creative as you want to be and just kind of think outside of the box what other things in the catalog there are. Maybe there's some, I'm trying to think, my mind's a blank right now, but maybe like some flowers or something like that, that you could just have fun and do these pop-up things with, using your window sheets and like this fun fold, right? Oh, look at that. So the back side looks okay. What do you guys think? I mean, that looks okay, doesn't it? The back side. There we go. Voila. Okay. Enough playtime, Nancy. Let's finish this card. Okay, where is my inside sheet here? Hang on. I put it somewheres. Bump, bump, bump. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So I want to create a mat for over here for writing, okay? So we're going to take our template again, right here. We're going to put that back up on there, and you do tick marks again if you want, but just really be careful because, you know, you just be really light with it, all right? Because it might show. There we go. You might need to like erase it afterwards. Okay, we'll put that in, and I'm going to line my tick marks up in the ditch again and just trim that off. All right, look at that. And then this is really garbage. We're not going to use that at all. Okay, phew. We're on the downhill slope here. So let's stamp our greeting. So we're going to pull in that happy birthday. So we got hello, so happy to celebrate you, and then happy birthday on the inside. How does that sound? Lots of messages there. So when you need that special birthday card for that special someone, this just might do the trick. All right, so I just gotta kind of make sure I'm lined up. The solid stamps, I want to make sure I give time for that ink to absorb into there. All right, so let's do some more stamping with our little buzzing bees here, right? Yeah. So let's pick out, we're going to pick out some more bees here. I have some bigger bees. I need to cut more. I'm kind of going to go like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let's see if we can get this to line up, because I like the curly Q thing. We don't need a lot of room for messages, right? This is for somebody you just want to write happy birthday, right? Sweet as can be. Totally, Betty. Okay, let's see. Let me do that. And then let's get this guy. It's all in figuring out the angle and practicing a little bit. So you might want to just practice on scrap paper just to get an idea what kind of angle you need with that trail. Okay, so let's add a little bit of adhesive right there. And then we'll do this one right here. There. All right. What do you think? Isn't that cute? I think we can close our ink now. This is a lot of work for this card, and I don't want it to get ruined. Okay, let's take our glue here and do this. I'm going to just simply put that on there. All right, and then I've got a strip of designer paper. We're going to put over here, all right? It's about a 1 inch wide piece, and you're going to see what I'm going to do next. Lots of embellishing on this card. So let's add a thin piece of glue here. Grab my scissors and give this a little trim. There we go. All right, so I thought this is fun to take and put some honey pots over here. Let's do this and then this. There we go. This is really all honeyed up, right? So I kind of set them down like that. All right, so I'm going to just pull this one out, kind of get an idea how high I want it to be, because I want to make sure I show off that heart here. There we go. And then we're just going, and I'm not using dimensionals on the inside because this is kind of a thick card. So you want to keep that in mind also, to not dimensionalize too much on it, because it will definitely need extra postage if you do. All right, what do you think? I love this. This might have to be Mary Pat's birthday card. Oh, I forgot one thing. So before we had put this on, we should have put this on, okay? But I think we can just kind of pull that back just a little bit, and we're going to just slide that in there. You could, if you wanted to, cut another piece of this and put like a contrast color in there, okay? But we're just going to go with this. I have a sample to show you with a contrasting color. You just have to cut more designer paper. So we're going to just kind of stick that in there and try to get this lined up, I hope. Let's pull this back just a little bit. There we go. It's easier if you do it beforehand. There we go. Okay, now we're finished. But we do need to add a little bit of bling, okay? Let's add some bling. And let's grab some bling here. Use our Take Your Pick tool. So, who's inspired to make one of these? Do you think you can follow my directions and create this? Maybe I'll be able to do a tutorial for it. I can't guarantee it, at least not for a couple of weeks. So we'll see. I'll put it on my list to do. All right. Sweet as can be, as Colleen says. There we go. And then we've got hello, we've got our little happy, so happy to celebrate you, and then happy birthday. Look at that. Excuse me. There we go. Mr. Jack forgets that I'm doing a live. Barreling into the house. Okay, so let me share with you some other samples with this beautiful paper. Okay. So this one didn't have the little pop-ups thing. So, I mean, you can definitely do it without, all right? But I love these. I'd probably keep adding more, right? But it does make it thicker. This is definitely a thick card. Actually, let's look at, if we put it in the envelope, let's see how thick this is. Because I have one of these handy duty. I mean, it almost is like, it might be able to get by with the thickness. I mean, it still moves through the machine. These are like, it's like a judgment for how thick your card is. All right, from the Beehive or something like that is where I got that from. Okay, so here's this cute one right here. And there's that. So this one I use the punch and the die set here. And I use, what do you think of my bee out of designer paper? I don't know. I was just trying to get a little fun and creative with that. So there's that. And then here's this other one right here. There's that. So this one, I think I could use even more bees on there. And I liked how I add a coordinating strip on here to really set those honey pots apart. So, I mean, as you create, you kind of like move along, you kind of get inspired and to do different things, right? Okay, so here is where I did a different coordinating paper right there, all right? But you can only get one out of it because of the way, because of the angle, okay? So keep that in mind. You're only going to be able to use it once because you do have to cut that rectangle in half on the diagonal. Okay, so those are the cute as can be cards right there. But let me share what I did with the Perennial Lavender Suite, okay? Designer paper. Now this is what we're going to do in our team meeting, is we're going to use the Perennial Lavender in our team meetings. So, and I haven't changed the host code yet, but this one's still good as far as I know. So if you're loving some of these supplies, this is where you can use that host code to get a free card kit for me as a thank you gift. So cost $5.50 to send a larger envelope. Oh, so yes, definitely. He had to send a larger envelope. Okay, Colleen. So here's this one with the Perennial Lavender. Here's my little pop-up card right there. And so I used that punch with the Layering Leaves punch is what I did, because I wanted kind of like a simple and easy card for my team and club. And so there's one design. Here's this purple design right here. And I just used lavender ink. And then there's that right there. And then here's this other design right here. Beep. I love these. I had to stop last night because I needed to move on to do other things. And then there's this one right there. So, well, I hope this has inspired you to get in your craft room today and get creating, right? Because it's send a friend a card today, so let's send some cards to those friends that you love and bring a smile to their face, right? Okay, so next Wednesday, come join me live. I think we're going to be doing something with the new kit collections because they are fabulous. I'm excited. I can't wait to put one together for you, with you, okay? You're going to love them. And we will see you next Wednesday. If you have any questions, now's a great time to join my team. If you're interested, to get in on the pre-order now so you can order some of these fun things that are happening. And we will see you then. Okay, have a great weekend. Everybody stay warm and healthy. And if you're coming to the tea, I'll see you next week. And if you want to be a last minute person, just message me as well, okay? Thanks so much. Have a great week. Thanks, Noni. I'm glad you love it. Oh, Colleen, I'm glad you love the lavender ones. Oh, good. Lovely. Oh, good. All right. So have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.